So friends, on behalf of My Retired Life Foundation, we welcome you once again to an exciting program today. Exciting in the sense that we have two things I have to add here. That one is that the topic is exciting, and second, the speaker is also exciting. So we have a program to done NLP for the elderly. I don't want to go into the whole concept of NLP that the speaker will talk about, but the topic is very, very important. It's crucial because it enables us to understand our behavior, our perceptions, our mode of communication with others, and so on and so forth. And it also enables us possibly to become better people in terms of our behavior. And to talk on this particular topic, I have a very close colleague of mine, Dr. Swati Padoshi, who is a very renowned educationist. She is a trainer, and she's also an NLP practitioner. She has been running a number of training programs on this particular aspect of NLP. Dr. Swati has not been keeping well for the last couple of months. Despite that, I requested her to be with us. So Dr. Swati, the floor is open to you.
Thank you, Sengu.
Thank you. Thanks.
Humbled and gratitude for bringing me in front of so many, as I choose to call it, sir, generation builders. The thought is that if I may excuse myself and say that 20 people here have built generations. You know, maybe you all have been in communication with 5 generations. If your parents are there by the grace of God, then them, your generation, your kids, and their kids. And if somebody got married very young, then their grandchildren's children, great-grandchildren. So you all are generation builders in the real sense of the word. So as generation builders, you all are already so full of resources. Only sometimes we start looking at things from there is, I don't know कितने लोगों को पता है, I'll use a bit of Hindi, वो तारक मेहता का उल्टा चश्मा, हम दुनिया को ना उल्टे चश्मे से देखने लगते हैं, and then suddenly the views and everything gets very hazed. So Sengupta sir, can I get the sharing, screen sharing rights? Because I want to show a couple of videos, and I have brought some presentation and takeaway also for all the generation builders here.
Yeah, please go ahead. I've already allowed.
Thank you so much, sir. So like you can see, today we are going to talk about NLP for generation builders. That is all of you. So our core belief, that is me and my team, for us, our core belief is safety first. So whether you're driving or cutting or chopping vegetables, or being on the laptop and watching this on your phone, or vice versa, or you're somewhere training someone to do something better, or withdrawing money from somewhere, or about to enter a lift or entering lift, be in a safe, comfortable position, because any session that we do, we learn virtually, we need to look at our safety and our comfort first. So make yourself comfortable and safe, and then let's talk what we are here to talk about. So how many of you love mathematics, if I may ask? I don't. Still,
I love mathematics.
I can see Ratnaji's hand going up. I love that.
I was a mathematics student.
Oh, so you also love mathematics, and I think Gopalji sir and ma'am also, they also raised their hands. Okay, so I'm part of that minority community for whom maths is like a, oh my God, situation. Even today, when my son said that I don't want to take maths, I was so happy that, okay, I will not have to teach him maths further. Though in some confusion, he ended up taking maths in 11th and 12th. We survived. So can we take a quick maths quiz to know what is in your minds now? All game? All ready? You don't have to tell me anything. Just I'll be telling you what to do, and you got to do that. So pick one favorite number from 1 to 9. You know, everybody has a favorite number. So you pick yours between 1 and 9. Done?
Yes.
Any number. Don't have to share with me. You can write it or you can remember it. Then you multiply the number by 3. And if your maths is as good as mine, I would prefer that you have a pen and a paper. So pick one favorite number from 1 to 9. Then multiply this number by 3. So you must have got a result. I'm pretty sure.
Got it.
Now, add 3 to the previous result, whatever was the previous result. So first we picked a number, multiplied it by 3. So the answer result we got here, we add 3 to it. Now, whatever result we got after adding 3, we multiply it by 3 again. Okay. So now you must have got a 2-digit number. All right. All good to go? I hope so, because I can't see you all. So, okay, all good to go? Add these both the numbers to make it one single digit number. All done? So now can we know what is in your minds? Can I just take a guess? Okay. If your result is 1, then you're thinking of your home. If 2, then you're thinking of money. If 3, then you're thinking of your politics. If 4, then you're thinking of a movie. If 5, then you're thinking of food. If 6, then you're thinking of the weather. If 7, then you're thinking of your looks. 8, then you're thinking of a friend. And if it's 9, then you're thinking of knowing about NLP and you. And if it's 10, then not thinking anything. So what was your answer? Can I know some answers now? You can put it in the chat box or unmute and speak. It would be lovely if you all speak also.
9. Everybody will get 9.
9.
Everybody will get 9. I also know everybody will get 9. But it's fun, right? It's fun to be the child. Because within us, like Sengupta sir was sharing that I have been a little unwell, quite unwell actually. It's the inner child that keeps us going. So even if we know the answer is 9, we must have still done the calculation. Just to know कि Swati ने कोई एक step गलत तो नहीं बताया, you know. That is, yes, Nitya ji was nodding her head.
Yes,
You गड़बड़ तो नहीं बताई है. Let me check. And you know, Nitya ji and all of you, this is us. This is the resourceful us. We always have inquisitiveness. Nobody can take it away from us. We decide to believe that now because we are of a certain age, the child and the inquisitive shouldn't exist. First thing, change that. Because that's us. Whether it is a 9-year-old child or whether it is, you or whether it is me, all of us have a child and an inquisitive nature within us. And we have to keep that alive because that's what makes us us. So now we will see another wonderful video. Now I'm not giving you any tests. Huh? No tests anymore. No mathematics. Mere bhi mathematics ka bas ho gaya. I'll just show you a video. And I hope, just let me see if the sound is there. Okay. Share sound is there. Couple of yes would help me. Visibility is there. And can you hear it, all of you? Yeah.
Yes, we can hear. Yeah.
And see, wow, just look at this. What ad is this?
Liril.
Liril. And anything else coming to your minds? No, only Liril. Ma'am is the winner of the trophy. No other guesses. So, ma'am, where are you? In Mumbai, Chennai, Delhi?
Navi Mumbai.
Oh, very good. I'm also in Navi Mumbai. So, if I tell you this is something else, you will give me a prize. You'll give me a chocolate. Okay. Okay. Somebody saying something. Somebody say. Or the person is. Let me take. Just one second. Okay. So, ma'am said Liril. Others didn't share their opinion. So, what is this? Let us just see.
The tingling freshness of life. Now, in new Center Fresh Lemon.
You know, what is the whole premise of this ad? We have certain experiences. Na hamare dimag mein kuch experiences rehte hain. You know, we have seen people do certain things. We have lived with certain realities. So we always stay in that box. I was talking to someone, a youngster, and he said, you know what, Swati auntie, you are already 47. why do you have to watch all these Avenger movies? I said, what is my age got to do with watching Avenger? I like to see people getting killed, like you like to see people getting killed. So, these experiences we hold, like impression, the box which we create. I will request all of you, start thinking out of the box, because all the resourcefulness you had is with you. It's going nowhere. Our age may go up. Even my age is 47, I think, is growing old as per certain age kids. And I still feel that I have a lot to learn and lot to do. What I have understood that as we become generation builders, we ourselves start feeling lonely, because we have a mindset. We want our mindset, the new generation mindset, what we have done. Somehow, wo kehte hain na, talmel nahi baithta hai, so we go into a corner. Like Nitya ji nodded her head that yes, I was checking if you're right or not. The spirit should always be there. Loneliness is just a state in the mind. You can talk to your own self. You can pick up a diary and write your thoughts and make it your friend. So the things that usually we own is, okay, now we are of a certain age, so we are lonely. What is the purpose of life? Many people have told me, Swati, I'm 62. What is the purpose of life? If I ask you all, what is the purpose of your life? You can share in the chat box or unmute and say, is there a purpose of your life?
Shall I tell you, Swati?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You are always
doing the things what I have not done before. That is my purpose of life.
Lovely. Doing things you have not done before. Anyone else?
Yes.
There is lots and lots to do.
Lots and lots to do. And ma'am, both Samantha ma'am and ma'am, your name is?
Lakshmi.
Beg your pardon, ma'am?
Lakshmi.
I have to remember your name because they're going to give me a chocolate. Sengupta sir, put it in your book. Once I get well, I'm going to take
to me, no chocolate. Swati, to me, no chocolate.
Okay, done. So let me do something, ma'am. This is a sugar-free donut for all of us.
Oh.
And I'm giving sugar-free because I'm not allowed to eat much sugar. So
okay, then don't give.
So the biggest purpose of life, is I was talking to this person, he's 67. And I said, what is your purpose of life? And he very nicely said, sleeping. I said, what? He said, all my life I had to get up at 6 in the morning to go to the office. And now I sleep. I get up at 6 because it's a habit. I do my yoga. I do my exercise. I have my dry fruits. And then I go off to sleep again. Then I wake up at 10:30 and I have my breakfast. There is always a purpose of your life. Just find it. It's right there. The resources, like I said, is right there. And like I was sharing with you, what we say in NLP is everything that we do is actually in our mind. Like in a puppet show, the actions, behaviors of the puppet is guided by the finger movements of the puppeteers. Likewise, in our human life, the actions, behaviors of the person is guided by the strategy that is structured in mind. You create a strategy of being happy, being purposeful, even with whatever physical ailments that life throws at you, feeling healthy. And trust me, that is exactly how you will feel and behave. So what is NLP for you? For anyone, and especially for you, neuro-linguistic programming or NLP refers to a strategy to reprogram your thought processes. Look at past events from a different perspective and make necessary lifestyle changes. In simple words, it is a way to take control of your life by controlling your thought process. Many a times I have seen, elderly people look at the past. My grandfather, by the grace of God, is still there. He's 94. And he once told me, when I was director education, I used to do this. So that time I was not an NLP proficient. I'm talking 10 years back. So I asked him, what is it you can do now, Baba, that you feel equally empowered? So he just sat for a while and he said, I can actually teach the kids of our maids and drivers free of cost. मुझे उतना ही अच्छा लगेगा. So I said, then do it. So our past experience perspectives need to be how you will align it to our today's lifestyle. Like I never talk much about my ailment because Sengupta sir is like father to me. I shared with him that sir wheelchair or stick leke life enjoy kar rahe ho. My past experience has been a director of an institute, a trainer running around like a buzz. Now I know something has changed. My health is not allowing. So why do I change my brain imprint? I'm leaving it as it is and moving with whatever I can. So take care of your mind, your mental health. Be healthy from here. You know, when somebody comes and says, the other day I was seeing a video of, I think yesterday only, of elderly people doing skating. You know, one elderly gentleman was doing some antics. So my son was watching and he said, "Hey, Mama, at this age," I said, "the talent is there. What has age got to do with it?" And he was doing it so well. So, you know, this societal expectations, no, what does the society expect? I can say Anand Saxena ji here and don't mind, sir. Just saying, tomorrow he wears a bright pink shirt and a nice blue pant and decides to go to a pub. What is the societal expectation? OMG, what is wrong with Anand ji? That's okay. That's your reality. Go enjoy. The societal expectations, we pay so
Yes,
much
madam.
attention. Yes, Anand ji.
Yes, madam. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. Society will always expect. अगर आप खुश नहीं है, घर में बंद है, society will be like, अरे बेचारे. If you live your life, OMG, they are living their life. Do what keeps you mentally and physically healthy. If health is not allowing, find something else to do. Play PUBG on mobile, play Candy Crush on mobile. Just give yourself that mental strength. Just be happy.
That's why
I play.
that's why I don't want to take any help from anybody.
Yeah.
Simply, you should not say, "Oh, you are too old, you are senior, I should help." I don't require any help. I go to bank myself. I go to shopping myself. I don't depend on anybody.
You
So with the
shouldn't.
grace of God, that is good.
If your health is allowing, why? Why go with the society's typical thinking that after a certain age, you can't? If your health-
I play Candy.
I play. Candy Crush nowadays sometimes.
Bubbles IQ and Candy Crush, Candy
Wow,
Soda.
awesome.
Word search.
Play.
Word search.
You should play. You know, the
I
other
do.
day, my father, who's 74, and unfortunately, I lost my mother almost 16 years back. He was asking my son, "Is there any app where elderly people can make boyfriends and girlfriends?" My son was scandalized. He said, "Nanu, I'm 18. मेरे girlfriend बनाने की age है." He said, "I can chat online. बेटू मैं शादी करके घर थोड़े ना जा रहा हूँ. I'm not getting a second nanny for you. I just want to chat with someone my age." And we were in splits. When my bhabhi, she's one, you know, funny, boli, "Hai papa, I will tell you." He's like, "Kya hai? Kya hai? What is going on?" So there are things that we stop doing because we believe the society wants us to. My request to all of you is, if it's giving you happiness, if your health is allowing, and it's not in any which way harming someone or disrespecting any systems, please do it. Please do it. Because, like I said, you people are the generation builders. You have built generations. You have done everything you could for your kids and probably your grandchildren. So now it is your time. So therefore, in NLP, we create the state of mind that creates actions to generate the state of life. Create a state of mind that creates a very healthy, happy, and, you know, a state of life that you yourself are happily living. Most of the time, it pains for me to see that elderly people are live their entire life, like I said, creating generations, and then they want to live the way their kids want them to live. You know, they tell me, you know, "Swati, I wanted to do this, but I didn't go to watch the movie because somebody said कि क्या इस उम्र में कौन theater जाता है." The point is, these social expectations, somewhere we get so caught up that you know, what we really want to do. So what happens is nothing more or less. What happens is कि we start compromising on our own happiness. And that makes us even more unhealthy, you know, when we compromise on our own happiness. Even if we are physically healthy, we start feeling mentally, you know, fatigued, tired, and we somehow just miss the P's and Q's because we want to do something. हम दो direction में जाते हैं. So I always tell, do what makes you happy. And if your health and other factors are supporting you. You don't have to go with the societal norms per se as people do. So this is an aqua bike known as Manta 5. I'm sharing this story, and I'll share a video with you all that what a mental imprint can do. This is Manta 5 hydro bike made in UK, and this starts at around, I think, 6,499 dollars. This is what is the price of this bike. So I'll show you how it really works. And then we had someone who wanted this bike from India, Muhammad Saidullah, and I will now show you his story. What did he do? This is the gentleman, and he created a hydro bike. I'll show you his story of how he created a hydro bike. So can you all see this? And here also? Is it audible to all?
नाव का इंतजार मुझे गवारा न था.
Can't see the movie. No video.
Video is not visible.
No.
Okay, let me just see. Just
It's very clear.
voice was clear, video was not visible.
The video was not visible.
Is the video visible now?
No,
No.
no.
Wait.
No.
Just give me a second. Is the video visible now?
Yes.
Okay. And is it audible? Please confirm, because dialogues are very important in this. Is it audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
There was a Discovery Channel documentary on this gentleman. Just watch it.
नाव का इंतजार मुझे गवारा न था. मुझे मेरे प्यार से मिलना ही था. मेरी बेकरारी ने मुझे आविष्कारी बना दिया. पर प्यार को भी आविष्कार का सहारा लेना ही पड़ता है. आविष्कार ही मेरी नूर का नूर है. नई खोज ही मेरी जिंदगी का जुनून है. माई टेक्नोलॉजी.
I always fall in love with this guy whenever I see this video. I must have seen it and shown it to so many people. It's just the gist, the possibility thinking of, yes, if I need, I can. And trust me, life has not been easy for him. I have seen his entire documentary. People have called him mad. People have called him mad scientist. People have thrown him out of the community. He keeps going. He has made many more things. This is just one of the things I showed you in a lighter note. So what happens? We all, I would not say me, but you all, like I started by saying that you are generation builders. You have almost engaged with, if I'm right, between 3 to 5 sessions, like you, your father, your son, and your grandchild. At least this is the journey of most of us. I don't have a grandchild. I'm talking about you. And in some cases, if you really got married very early, then maybe a great grandchild is also there, and father. So we are talking of 5 generations. What happens is suddenly, after a certain age, हम ये खुद को believe करने लगते हैं कि यार, are we saying what we are saying is right? Is our communication right? I say you have engaged with 4 to 5 generations. How can your communication not be right? हम क्या बोलते हैं ना, हम जो बोल रहे हैं बच्चे समझ भी रहे हैं क्या? Right? या बच्चे जो बोल रहे हैं क्या हम गलत है? This is a very common thought. I think already with my 18-year-old, it is not about you have the communication. You have the perfect communication. What today I will share with you is something very simple, where I'm going to talk to you about why certain times our communications do not work. हम लोग सोचते हैं ना, मैं ऐसा क्यों हूँ? कभी कोई इवेंट होता है, हम उसको देखते हैं, समझते हैं, फिर अपना इंटरप्रिटेशन बनाते हैं, and then we display a particular behavior. That is because we have certain filters. This is a very good depiction. We get almost 2.3 billion bits of data per second. Just imagine, look at this number. And our brain can only process 134 bits per second. When the data comes in, there is a process of delete, distort and generalize that happens. हम किसी से भी बात करते हैं, कुछ भी बोलते हैं, कुछ भी एक्सप्रेस करते हैं, trust me, delete, distort and generalize होता ही है. Because that is how the brain works. And the brain only takes 134. उस पे बेस करके internal representation state बनता है, फिर behavior बनता है. Just imagine, if I tell you all now a very small exercise, just look around the room where you are sitting. Just look around for a minute or 30 seconds and just note. And जितने लोग वीडियो पे नहीं है, I trust you will be, ethical with what I'm saying. So just tell me, how many things are in white? आपको कितनी चीजें white दिखी? When you saw all around the room. You can write in the chat box or express in whichever way you can.
Can I say, ma'am? My name is Ramani.
Call me Swati Ramani, ma'am. बोलिए.
I saw the tube light, the
Okay.
walls, and the AC.
Wow, amazing. And your teeth are not white. Okay, Ramani ma'am, got that. I got that.
That myself, only in the mirror
I
can
said
see.
all the things in the room. तो हो गया ना पहला डिलीशन. हम सुने और हम अपने हिसाब से डिलीट किए. अभी कोई भी कहीं भी नहीं देखेगा. Everybody will look at Swati. Nobody will look here and there. And now tell me, how many things in your room is in black? कुछ ब्लैक है भी नहीं है.
Hair,
Eyeballs, eyeballs.
Eyeball.
Laptop.
Hair. लेकिन बाकी चीजें जो रूम में ब्लैक है हमने नहीं देखी, right? Because I had said, look at the things which are in white. See how much information is deleted. So when we are talking to a generation which is from a different value setup, can you imagine how much deletion happens? So I always request, keep your communication clear. What is it that you are saying? दो बार repeat करिए, chunks में बोलिए, because the brain can take only in a chunk of 5 plus minus 2. इसीलिए आप जब भी communicate कर रहे हैं, whether you are communicating with your children, with your neighbors, with your colleagues, with your healthcare workers, who are very important part of your life, communicate in a way कि इस तरह से deletion नहीं हो. Communicate in a way कि chunks में message जाए and they get it. Because brain will take only in chunks, 134 bits per second, 5 plus minus 2 also I will tell you. Who wants to be the volunteer and wants to also be the star of the evening with me? एक कोई volunteer. It's fun. मस्ती कर रहे हैं हम लोग. एक volunteer तो बन सकते हो आप. कुछ भी इतना difficult नहीं पूछ लूंगी मैं.
आप choose करो.
हाँ, मैं कैसे कर सकती हूँ? शांता जी, आप बनोगे volunteer?
नहीं.
शांता मैम, क्यों मैम? एकदम छोटा सा एक्सरसाइज है. अच्छा, शांता मैम को नहीं बनना है, फिर कौन बनेगा? ओके, लक्ष्मी मैम. I know Lakshmi ma'am इसलिए बनी है. She'll do the exercise good, then I'll give the chocolate back to her. I know. So Lakshmi ma'am, I'm just saying a number. आप please लिखिएगा मत कहीं. Sir, आप please मैम के लिए मत लिखिएगा. That goes to you too. आप number सुन के just repeat the number after me. Okay ma'am? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to share a number of a very, very good person and a great person, and the number is 82917416955. Can you please share the number with us?
82916 917.
Sir, cheating.
82916
देखा
917.
सर, मैंने अभी क्या बोला, बचपन की कुछ आदतें कभी नहीं जाती हैं। अपने आगे बैठे वाले, पीछे बैठे वाले, बाजू बैठे वालों को आंसर बताना होता है। अभी मैं आपको लक्ष्मी मैम एक बार ये नंबर फिर से बता रही हूँ. ओके, so I'm sharing a number of a very nice person and the number is 82917 41695. Can you share the number, ma'am?
82917 42516.
That's lovely.
697.
So this time you were better because what did I do? I cut the number in
Yeah.
2 parts, 5 here and 5 here. And yet I spoke something before and something after. So आपका वो delete हुआ. Now I'm telling the number again. 82917 41695.
82417
No.
62415.
Ah, you got most of the numbers right. Yes, Ratna ji, you want to share? आपका voice नहीं आ रही रत्ना जी. We can't hear you.
Now,
Now we can. Please tell.
I just wanted to repeat the number you said. It is
Yeah.
82917
Okay.
41695.
Wow. That is because I spoke in a chunk of 7.
Twice. Yeah, you repeated it twice.
And मैं chunks में बोली ना, तो उसके
Yes,
आगे कुछ बोली
yes.
ना, पीछे कुछ बोली. So can you understand?
Yes.
Lakshmi ji, you like chocolate?
Yes, but I'm not allowed to eat.
You like it now. Here is a chocolate for you.
Yeah,
And Ratna ji,
I don't
you
mind.
like donuts or chocolates?
I love chocolates.
For you too.
But I have to read above 60, not allowed to eat much.
Ma'am, I'm only 47. I'm not allowed to eat. It has got nothing to do with it. So, what we say, कि when we are communicating with anyone, the clearer we say, जितना हम chunks में बात करेंगे ना, अपना communication उतना अच्छा होगा. So, any kind of, confusion will be avoided. So, we say the delete, distort and generalize. So, this is the number game I did with you. Now, I will show you another thing. What can you see in this slide? What can you all see in this slide?
Dry leaves, frog.
So now with your memory, can you tell what all did you see? Mostly people see dry leaves, colors, patterns, because our brain is attuned to all these things, right?
Some number was there.
Some number was there.
3 squares.
3 squares.
Different types of leaves, no? Different types of colors.
Yeah, and what mostly we miss is this frog.
Oh.
Because last time we are expecting
Colored leaves. Circle.
frog in the middle of everything, na? Communication में भी ऐसे होता है. When we are speaking, the person who's listening to us, the person will listen, but the person will listen what the person wants to listen. So we always say कि धीरे से बोलो, थोड़ा थोड़ा बोलो और repeat करो. Then the person will actually get a gist of what is it that you are saying. What does this picture look like?
Frog.
Frog. Frog.
और अगर इस पिक्चर को मैं थोड़ा सा डिस्टॉर्ट कर दूं तो क्या बन गया?
Oh,
Horse.
Same happens with our communication. हम जिससे बात कर रहे हैं अगर वो डिस्टॉर्ट कर दिया,
Yeah, the horse.
so it becomes a horse from a frog. For example, कई बार आप लोग बोलते हैं ना घर में, you're telling your kid get my medicines today. Okay, or you just say get my medicines, it's urgent. So they listen, they go, they don't get your medicine and you feel very bad about it. And they say, you said it was urgent. I thought when I come home, then I will order. You never told me the medicines are completely over and you needed it right then. You should have told me, na, ki abhi ke abhi karo. That's communication. 80% times we feel inadequate and unhappy because of the communication. Another example, because I have unfortunately been certain things where I'm depending on people for a lot of things. When a person tells me I want something and my son says, "Ruko, karta hu na, kya jaldi hai aapko?" I feel offended. I used to feel offended, and then I would get my NLP thing and I used to ask him, "Is there something important you are doing?" He'll say, "Yeah, I'm just finishing a video of mine." Okay, then do it after 10 minutes. Rather than getting agitated that I'm not being listened to. These are very important things to remember in communication. Just what is the intention of that person. We automatically believe that because now we are not working or we are at home, people don't respect us, so they do not react to us. Just look at the intention. Because like I said, you have probably interacted and engaged well with almost 5 generations. So what happens is in our mind, pehle we were working, so we used to think that we are very important. If you just reflect, probably your kids were doing the same earlier also. Now what has changed is our mindset, the way we are looking at things. You know, we used to say, Acha, when I used to go to office, tab to tum meri sab baat sunte the. And the kid turns around and says, मैं तब भी नहीं सुनता था. But you were busy in your own world, so you never, it never mattered. You just listen. Listen to the communication. Listen to what is being said and feel engaged with the communication. If you think the communication is not engaging, then don't do it. Then be happy with what you are doing. Though, because we are talking of communication, I'm bringing another concept which is not NLP, but the thing is about healthcare networking. At this point, our healths are very important. So knowledge of healthcare, knowledge of where to access the right healthcare, and building up a healthcare networking with the healthcare staff, we can all do by respecting their model of the world. You remember that video? I'll show you that also of Munna Bhai MBBS. You remember? Jadoo Ki Jhappi. What is the significance of that? The significance is we are respecting the other people's model of the world. In NLP, we show you the communication model that everybody has their own. ना मैं ऐसा क्यों हूँ? अगर 10 रुपए का नोट गिरा होगा शांता जी में इग्नोर, उज्जवल जी में से ओहो बेचारे किसी का गिर गया थोड़ा सॉरी फील कर देंगे, रामामूर्ति सर में नॉट सी इट, रत्ना जी will be like oh मैं उठा के इधर रख देती हूँ. All of us will react in a different way. That is because we are all made in a unique way. First presupposition in NLP is all of us have a unique model of the world. Especially in your healthcare network, when you communicate and you connect keeping their model of the world in your mind, you will be connecting amazingly well with people. Mostly what happens is we judge. I just showed you, delete, distort, and generalize. Based on that, we judge. We bring our own experiences, our own decisions into making our own assumption of what is going on. And that is jahan pe hamara fir mental, happiness starts taking a backseat. Any questions so far before we go further? Kisi ko kuch bhi पूछना है? I hope whatever I have said has been of some help so far. Any questions? No questions? Nothing? So should we go further? Now, one thing I always observe is how many of you have made a goal? I just saw Kulvinder ji. Welcome, Kulvinder ji. Your video is on. So welcome and good to see you. Ujjwal Roy ji also just joined. So welcome. Ramamurthy ji also, I think, just joined. So welcome to everyone who's on video now. How many of you have made a goal in last 4 days?
I have.
Okay.
I have. Yeah.
You have. Wonderful. And Kulvinder ji has.
Yeah. This is a very recent work I've started, but then every time I start my work, I make it a goal to finish up within a week. Within a week, and that's, I think, sufficient time. But at times I'm not able to finish because of the load of work, but I try my best to finish it up within 1 week and then start a new one. So that keeps me going.
If I tell you today how you can finish it within a week?
By finding time for it and the slot.
Not necessarily. If I give you 6 steps in which you can do your goal, even with all your other responsibilities, फिर अभी क्या बोलोगे आप? I'll show you something very interesting with goal setting when we talk or life. Have a certain neurological levels, right? Agreed? हमारे सारा brain में एक neurological levels होते हैं.
Yes.
And हम कोई goal set करें या अपने बारे में सोचें या कोई भी task करें, they automatically go through these neurological levels. So we say, आप जो भी सोच रहे हो अपने हेल्थ के बारे में, लाइफ के बारे में, गोल के बारे में, इन न्यूरोलॉजिकल लेवल्स पे देखो कि आप कहाँ पे you are facing a problem. The first is environment. You know what is environment? What do I mean by saying environment? Can anybody tell me? What do I mean by the word environment?
Yeah, I can tell. Environment is, madam, environment is the temperature, the earth,
okay,
the planets around our world.
Wow. So that is an external environment. Do you believe if I say that there is an internal environment also for all of us?
Internal environment.
Internal environment. You know, I'll just show you what is an internal environment.
It is our mental condition.
It is where we are. हम कहाँ रह रहे हैं?
Yeah.
That's a very powerful environment, trust me. Half the time when we are doing something, just reflect. हम कहाँ जाके अटक जाते हैं? If you can just tell me. I just brought in another slide for you all. I hope you like it. जब भी कोई भी काम करते हैं ना, सर एंड मैम, हम इन लेवल्स पे करते हैं. फर्स्ट इज ये नीचे देख रहे हैं एनवायरमेंट. इज द एनवायरमेंट इन विच आई एम कंड्यूसिव टू मी. मैं जहां रह रही हूँ. अभी लेट अस से कुलविंदर जी सेड उन्होंने एक गोल बनाया है, उनको एक पिकनिक पे जाना है, मॉनसून है पर जाना है, घर के लोग इरिटेट हो रहे हैं, नहीं जाने दे रहे हैं, उनका एनवायरमेंट डिस्टर्ब हो गया. तो पहला स्टेप ही होता है हमारा एनवायरमेंट, हमारे आजू बाजू. यू नो, वेयर आर वी? एंड लाइक आई वाज शेयरिंग, अभी एट दिस पॉइंट half the time my environment keeps telling me, why are you doing it, you better sleep, why are you doing it, you better sleep. मुझे नहीं सोना है, मुझे नींद नहीं आ रही है, let me do it. Environment is Kulvinder ji found it. Really, I'm not well, so even today my son was saying, आपको क्या खुजली रहती है, सो जाओ, take your medicine and sleep. ऑनलाइन जाना है, बातें करनी है. ठीक है यार, मेरे को पसंद है तो पसंद है.
very common word, क्या खुजली रहती है?
क्या खुजली रहती है मम्मी आपको? फिर रात को आपका पैर दुखता है, फिर हमें दवा लाना पड़ता है. तो ओके, दैट इज द एनवायरनमेंट. हमारे आसपास क्या है? व्हाट आर द पीपल अराउंड अस, द थॉट्स अराउंड अस, थिंकिंग. देन कम्स द बिहेवियर. व्हाट एक्शंस और बिहेवियर शुड आई टेक to make the outcome possible? अगर मैं एनवायरनमेंट मैंने मेरे दिमाग को बोला, इट डजंट मैटर, वो चिढ़ रहा है तो चिढ़ रहा है, then what behavior will I do to do what I really want to do? Then comes the capability. What do I need to learn to take the appropriate action? बहुत बार हम ना बहुत सारी चीज करना होता है अपने को, पर हम बिहेवियर भी है, एनवायरनमेंट भी है, कैपेबिलिटी पे आके अटक जाते हैं. फिर हम क्या सोचते हैं, इतने साल से तो आई एम देयर, मुझसे इतना नहीं हो रहा है. My take on it is very simple. We never had a COVID. World is changing. Things are changing. अगर मुझे कुछ सीखना है, करना है, कैपेबिलिटी नहीं है, I will take the capability. Let me take the capability. Environment तो मेरे पास है, वो काम करने के लिए. Behavior भी है, capability नहीं है, I will build the capability. Then comes the beliefs and values. I think 80% we get stuck on our beliefs and values. I will leave you with 5 thoughts. वहाँ पे मैं beliefs and values की importance आपको बताऊंगी. There is a term there which I love, judo with pseudo. All of you know what is pseudo? Something which is not real and we tend to believe it's real. Creation हो जाता है.
PSEUDO.
PSEDO, pseudo, and all of us have our own pseudo thoughts living with. Values and beliefs में क्या होता है ना, especially at your age of where you have been a generation maker, like I was sharing about my father, WhatsApp तो सिखा दिया, अभी हम ही लोग सफर कर रहे हैं, everyday 10-20 good morning messages आ रहे हैं, अभी रोके कैसे उनको? His values and beliefs are what? मेरे बच्चों को मेरे लिए टाइम होना चाहिए, एक मैसेज पढ़ना चाहिए. And our beliefs and values are ये 3 ग्रुप में आ चुका, पापा give us a break. You have shared it in 2 family groups and individually also. हम कहाँ अटकते हैं फिर? Beliefs and values. Our belief tells us कि no, now I am 70, now I am 60 plus, I should not be doing it. वहां से फिर वो अटकते हैं हम. और कुलविंदर जी, she said, इतना सारा वो है, टाइम है. कुलविंदर जी का, I'm just giving an hypothetical example, कुलविंदर जी, I respect you a lot. कहीं ना कहीं हमारा बिलीफ सिस्टम है, मैं ज्यादा वर्क कर लूंगी ना तो हो सकता है मैं बीमार पड़ जाऊं यार, मेरे को तो 8 hours की स्लीप चाहिए. ब्रेक द taboo and see, does that really happen? अगर आप 2 दिन 30 दिन में से 3 घंटे एक्स्ट्रा काम करेंगे तो क्या होगा? That fear of not knowing, हम बिलीव्स एंड वैल्यूज में अटक जाते हैं. अभी रत्ना जी बोली 60 प्लस है, चॉकलेट ज्यादा नहीं खाना चाहिए. Ratna ji, I'll give you an example, and these are all my personal examples because I don't want anybody to file a case against me of any kind of usage of their stuff. My grandmother passed away when she was 84, and her sugar levels used to be 400 constant. You know, yes, she was a historical person. And I'm basically from Bihar, settled in Bokaro Steel City. तो वहाँ पे आम का सीजन मतलब आम ही आम है. यूपी बिहार, रोटी के साथ आम, अमरस, आम ही आम. महाराष्ट्र में भी है, वहां थोड़ा ज्यादा लगता है मुझे. तो आम के सीजन में शी विल हैव आम विद अ बिलीफ कि दवा खा रही हूं ना, शुगर खुद ठीक रहेगा. उनका बिलीफ था. एंड देन शी विल टेल मी, डॉक्टर लोग को इतना पैसा देके मैं चेकअप के लिए क्यों जाती हूँ? उसका काम है ना मेरा शुगर कंट्रोल में रखना, मैं आम नहीं छोड़ूंगी. इट वाज हर बिलीफ. So we choose to believe certain things, and वो फिर हमें रोक देता है. Yes. That stops us from going to the unknown. हम डर जाते हैं. It's actually fear of the unknown. कि अगर मैं 4 चॉकलेट खा ली तो क्या होगा? खा लीजिए, कुछ हुआ तो उसका सॉल्यूशन क्या होगा? Don't stop living. So my disorder, if I eat certain things, मुझे inflammation होके, swelling होके, pain आता है. And I love Chinese, and that is something I'm not allowed to take. So every time I take Chinese, I call up my homeopathic doctor and say, आज मैंने Chinese खाया, कल सुबह तक मैं भूल जाऊंगी, please tell me which medicine to take tomorrow in the morning. He said, why do you do that? I said, because I don't want to stop living. Pain तो है, problem तो है, but my belief system is, महीने में एक बार तो Chinese खाने दो, बाकी टाइम तो मैं दाल चावल रोटी सब्जी खा रही हूँ. So let us see, is it the belief system? And how much of the fear of unknown are we carrying with us? Yes. Then something known as identity. What is your identity today? What do you see yourself as, if I may ask? Anand ji, Ramamurthy ji, Kulvinder ji, Ramani ji, everybody I can see and also not see. What do you identify yourself as?
As a person with some capability.
Yes. Person with some capability. Some of us add a tag or a label, a retired person. Some people say, I'm a senior citizen. हमने खुद की आइडेंटिटी खुद नहीं क्रिएट कर ली. मेरे स्लाइड में फर्स्ट पे क्या लिखा था? NLP फॉर जनरेशन बिल्डर्स. Because that's exactly what you have done. I never use the word senior citizen or elderly. Because I am putting a label to you जो आपके दिमाग में वो मेंटल इम्प्रिंट बन जाएगा. फिर जब आपको कुछ पुश करना होगा, नहीं स्वाति तो बोली थी मैं सीनियर सिटीजन हूँ, मेरे आधार कार्ड पे भी लिखा है, मैं ये कैसे कर सकता हूँ? That is what is in the mental imprint. You must all be doing the story of that काकी जिनके पास शूज भी नहीं था. महाराष्ट्र में 67-year-old, she ran marathon because she didn't have money for her husband's operation. A 67-year-old illiterate lady without shoes ran and won the marathon. Where do you think the resource came from? So हम जब लेबल कर देते हैं, मैं तो रिटायर्ड, अरे अब तो मैं दादा हो गया, नाना हो गया, so what? आपका तो एलिवेशन हुआ ना from one generation to other, आप तो और पावरफुल हो गए. Does that stop you from being you?
No.
How does that change anything about you?
It all depends on your thinking.
Thinking, your mental setup.
Frankly speaking, when I was in US with my son for 3-4 months, you won't laugh, I used to go to salsa also.
You should have. I realize this is a wonderful learn salsa.
80 years old, they were going. So I was also going along with my son to a very good club. There was a club. I used to go for salsa. No, I could not learn, but I used to enjoy.
Yeah, salsa is a beautiful dance. When I was well, I used to do so. I know.
Irrespective of age, I'm telling you.
Irrespective of age. You know, everyone here. I have huge respect for all of you because you are contributors. बिलीव मी, जब हम टैग लगा देते हैं ना, अब तो मैं दादी हो गई यार, अब क्या, अब मैं नानी हो गई, अभी क्या है, बहू बेटियां इतनी बड़ी, अभी किधर जीन्स पहनूंगी, क्यों नहीं पहनूंगी? योर आइडेंटिटी इज यू, राइट?
Yes.
अब अनफॉर्चुनेटली, आई एम गिविंग एन एग्जांपल, इफ अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी आर इन अ हॉस्पिटल, तो हम हॉस्पिटल का गाउन पहनते हैं ना, कभी ऑप्शन नहीं है अपने पास. So if you want to wear a dress which you feel you want to enjoy, then it's your identity. Live with your identity, who you are. For me, when I see here, Ratna ji is Ratna ji, Nitya ji is Nitya ji, Ramani ji is Ramani ji, Lakshmi ji is Lakshmi ji. For me, it doesn't matter elderly, senior, dadi. You are people with a name and a resource. Label करके आप identify करेंगे तो your mind will go in that direction also. And the last one is, what is the mission? What mission have you decided for yourself? What is your mission in life? अगर नहीं बनाया है तो आज इस सेशन के बाद जरूर बनाइएगा.
I want to travel. I love traveling.
That's the mission. Live it. Live your mission.
Start living for yourself.
Start living for yourself is the key. That's the mantra. Be who you really are. Because trust me, if for last 60, let me say average age here is 65, if last 65 years you have done so well for yourself, why change now? Change for whom? Yes, I always say, if it is your health which is somewhere stopping you, yes, that is a genuine thing. If it is not, still with health, I see people in wheelchairs traveling the globe. You know, they have all the resources. And anchor your resources, which is one of the things we teach in NLP. You don't have to really learn it. जब भी आपको लगे ना, one of those days when I'm really depressed that yaar, I haven't gotten up from the bed for 3 days, I think of, visualize of that one event when I was running around and I feel happy. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. Anchor a place in your house which gives you happiness, whether it is your mandir, whether it's a corner chair, whether it is the sofa, whether it is your balcony, whether it's talking to your plants. Anchor a space of happiness. It's very important. फिर उस जगह आप सिर्फ happy thoughts रखो. And trust me, on those grey days when all of us somehow feel unhappy, go to that place, आपको automatically happiness feel होगा. Create a happiness corner. It matters. Have you seen when we are very desperate, we don't know what to do, हम भगवान के मंदिर अपने घर में है, बैठते हैं, suddenly we feel so resourceful and empowered. Because we have anchored कि अगर भगवान के सामने है तो आंसर मिलेगा. Create your happiness corner. एक चेयर कोई बना लो, एक पिलो को बना लो, कुशन बना लो, depends on your own choice. So whenever you're feeling a little, despondent या कुछ दुख हो गया, बहस हो गई, कुछ याद आ गया, go to your happiness corner. Get that anchor from there. Be happy again. It's very simple exercise. All of you can do, and it really works wonderful. So NLP takeaway I'm leaving with all of you today are 5 things. First is the power of belief. Choose to believe that you are you. You are what God has created. You are unique in your own self. And with this uniqueness, if you have communicated and engaged with 4 generations and lakhs or thousands of people in your life, then what's new now? The power of your belief. Then controlling the way you think. If a thought comes which is negative, brush it aside, control, and go to thinking something positive. Just have to practice it. Then presuppositions, more positively and practically. Please presuppose things as positive and practically. If one can do, I can do. Choice is better than no choice. Some of the presuppositions of NLP I'm sharing. Then setting goals. It's very important to set goals. I'll share that importance with you too. The last I said, judo with sudo. Just have judo with sudo. Somebody comes and says, "Arey uncle, ye kya hai? Ye color kyun pehna hai?" Just turn around and say, "What's your problem? I like it." Fight that sudo which has put a tab. तो कहते हैं ना, 60 के बाद तो भगवान को ही पूछो, 60 के बाद तो ये करना है. Just fight these pseudos. Because age is just a number. Age is just a number. The more power you give to the number, the more, because mind and body are part of the same system. पता है आपको, अगर मैं अभी बोलूं नहीं आपके हाथ में दर्द हो रहा है, सोचिए ना दर्द हो रहा है, सोचिए ना दर्द हो रहा है, 15 मिनट बाद दर्द शुरू हो जाएगा. That is the power of the vision and imprint. Mind and body are part of the same system. Age may have made some hormonal changes, some health changes. That's about it. Your resources are still your resources. Agreed or disagreed? Tell me. How many of you will say that age has taken away something very big from you? आपको बिल्कुल बदल के ही रख दिया है. 59 years and 364 days तक तो आप awesome थे. 60 होते ही सब बदल गया. Has that really happened? Or are we going? Yeah, tell me.
We have become more awesome now.
Absolutely, because you have a wealth of experience which we don't have. Absolutely and perfectly stated. We become better and better because we are learning more tricks and tips of how to manage our lives. Any questions, anyone? I will not take much time. I know Sengupta sir is a stickler for time, so I have just finished it on time. Any questions? I would love to answer if there are any questions or any thoughts. If not, then Sengupta sir, you can take over and share what you want to share if they don't have any thoughts.
And Dr. Swati, if you can tell in 5 sentences,
yeah,
what NLP actually teaches for people like us. What are the learnings? What are the key learnings?
So the key learning from NLP, number 1, always keep your mindset positive because everything works from the mind. Keep your life learning presuppositions as positive and practical as possible. Communicate, keeping in mind that there always will be a deletion distortion in the communication. जब आप बात कर रहे हैं, deletion distortion हो सकता है. So give the benefit of doubt to the other person also. Respect the unique model of everyone's world. So it becomes a happier place when you say, मैं ऐसा हूँ, वो वैसा है. Let us see what best we can do. And the last one, Sengupta sir, is judo with pseudo. Create your own identity because we are all unique in our own way. We don't have to accept the world. Our neuro-linguistic mindset is so strong, the communication model that I showed, that whatever we receive, visually, auditorily, kinesthetically, olfactory, gustatory, VACOG, whatever we believe, we receive, we believe and we create our own strong mental imprint. So create your own ideologies and thoughts about what you can do at your age, rather than going with what the pseudo or the mindset of other people say. Does that help, Sengupta sir?
Yeah, thank you. I think
I give this to everyone, sir? I can take this takeaway, I can give to you. You can pass it on, sir. This is my own creation, so there is no problem.
Thank you. So I think that was possibly the most important thing, that they create your own identity, your own thought processes, your own unique personality, rather than bothering too much about the external world. Absolutely. And living within the environmental constraints what we live in.
Yes.
And do the right communication.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Swati, and we are thankful to you that despite your not keeping very well, you have been.
But this was fun, sir. It was fun.
Share your thoughts on it. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Swati.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Swati.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Swati.
Excellent talk.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Swati. It was good.
It's a nice eye opener for elderly people. Have the patience and speak slowly and understand and communicate with each other with a nice smiling face rather than being frowning. I want to talk. That's all. Thanks.
Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tata.